Hello everyone, this is HP the Lonesome Artist, and this is another video, and I am scared, to say the least, to post this video, because this is the sketchbook I've been showing you guys up until this point, the one that I didn't finish completely, but I finished it a while back now. Well, not a while back, but recently, and I've been holding off of doing a video of a tour on it because it hits very close to home to who I am right now as a person, and it's horrifying. You guys like seeing inside my mind and how I actually am as a person. Oh gosh. Okay, let's just get into it. Oh geez. So here we have a Rolling Stones sticker because some of my family is really obsessed with the Rolling Stones, and this is kind of like a shout out to them. Decided to put the sticker on it because they give it to me, and just a palm tree because I really liked this little palm tree sticker, but it's bent now and it makes me sad that it's bent. And then I just posted a lot of other random stickers I found around onto this sketchbook. Yeah, I kind of ran out of stickers by the end of it, as you can see, but hopefully I'll have more stickers for my next sketchbook, because stickers are actually really cool. Here I put some random Hello Kitty stickers. And this is, I didn't finish coloring the crows, dang it, but I drew this as like the cover of it all. You can see when I started, when I finished it, and this is the number, the sketchbook number, and yeah. Oh, dang it, wait, I need to warn you guys. Half of this stuff doesn't even classify as a sketchbook. If anything, the sketchbook is a disguise because I write so much. I apologize. Actually, no, why should I be apologizing? It's just a fact. It's just who I am. I write a whole ton. So this is less of a sketchbook and more of a journal of my thoughts on the characters, on storylines, on ideas. That is what this is. So a lot of you aren't going to understand a thing I'm saying in these things, but yeah, feel free to read them, or I'll read some of them out loud. I don't know if I'll read all of them though, but yeah. That's what we're getting into today. So, new sketchbook. Woo! Honestly, not sure what to draw here though. Well, I guess whatever, man. And this is Pony Snatcher and Pink Celestia, who I mentioned in the animatic. And they are just here. Here's Apple Bloom and Stacy. Stacy is an original character, coming from Bendy and the Ink Machine, but she's upset at Apple Bloom here. They have a little bit of a, I guess, rivalry going on, and this is just more art of that. This is, I've been obsessed with birds. Not like over the top obsessed, but intrigued, I guess is the better term. Because I don't know why. It just started after my cousin's death, and it's just carried on. So I did a lot of just brainstorming here about, yeah, what bird wings they would have if my OCs were birds. This is a song from Bridgerton the Musical. Never seen the show, ever, but I randomly found the musical and I liked this song, so I drew Apple Bloom as a human, just being a tomboy, or like a, yeah, me just trying to come up with with words that match well with my OCs, or like, I say OCs, but Snatcher isn't an OC. You guys already know he's from A Hat in Time, and I don't own My Little Pony. They are not my original characters, but I've adopted them to be like my interpretations of their characters in the role play I did with my cousin, I guess. So Aster, okay, disaster, get it? Yeah, puns. Anyway, you guys are gonna hate me after this sketchbook tour. But here is some of my Halloween OCs. They were created by an Inktober prompt. But I don't ever really do Inktober to the end. But I'm so glad that I came up with them during Inktober, because one of the prompts was rip, and I think it meant like a rip in a jacket or something, but I read it as R.I.P., which is rest in peace, and then these characters became the R.I.P. squad. They're all beautiful. Here is Ghost, and I forget their names, so I just call them what they are. Ghost, Zombie, Mummy, and Skeleton, and Vampire. Sorry, I have something in my throat. Oh, this is, yeah. I go to a Christian or Catholic, I think it's Christian school, and this is one of my teachers. I loved her, and I still appreciate her, and yeah, I just loved all my teachers this year. They were all just incredible, and that's why I'm very nervous for school to start, because I don't want to be stuck with a strict teacher, because strict teachers scare me so much, but she was lovely, and she's just saying that she cares about us, and we matter, and it means a lot. I'm not going to show the other page, because it's just a compilation, I guess a collage, if you will, of all my teachers' emails, because I sent them emails at the last day of school saying how much I appreciated them, and they sent me replies, and their replies were so great. It warmed my heart. It really did. Gosh, I miss them already. But anyway, here we are, with just this like comic. I call it a comic, but there's no comic panels, because I recently figured out comic panels stress me out, because I have this writing problem where I write so much dialogue that it just doesn't fit into the confines of the squares. So you read it here, here, to here, to here, to here, to here. And this is, as I said, Snatcher and Apple Bloom just talking. Here to here. Oh gosh, you can't even read the text. Apple Bloom, why? Okay, here we are. To here. And you read it here to here. If you guys are following along with this, bravo! Because it's a lot. As I said, this is not a normal sketchbook. I'm a mess. Here we have more dialogue. Oh, this is Apple Bloom talking here. This little indication. It gets messy very quickly. But this is how I am. My scatterbrained ideas of these characters and trying to bring more backstory into Snatcher's past is pretty much what I'm doing here. Yeah, he's pretty much going on a rant about how he remembers these, I guess these little games they would play in Subcon when he was like a child. Because I never really focus on characters' backstories of being like toddlers. So I thought that was really interesting to like try and do that with a character. Here's Apple Bloom and Stacy having a conversation about Inky, because Inky is gender fluid. Let's go, representation. But Inky is, I guess, the aunt to Stacy, and Inky is a combination of Bendy and Pinkie Pie. And this is all part of the roleplay still, by the way, because of course it is. The story me and Quincy made kind of took over my life once Snatcher came in, because he's my comfort character. And when she passed away, it really hit. It kind of shook up my entire world, because that was my entire world. Well, half of it, technically, because I like to think this world where I'm showing you guys my sketchbooks, where I'm actually a human. Oh, here's some koi fish art, by the way. That is half of my world. The other half is my characters, my ideas, my stories. And half of that was just annihilated when she died because I didn't know what to do with myself. And that's why I'm clinging so hard to the stories we made. And that's why it takes over this sketchbook, because it's me trying desperately to keep that alive. Sorry, I didn't mean to get really emotional, depressing here. But I just thought it was something that needed to be said. Because I don't know if any of you guys have lost a loved one, but I just, it's important to share those experiences. So if you are going through loss right now, you know you're not alone. I've been struggling too. We're all in this together. Life is hard for all of us in different ways. Sorry, I didn't even talk about this other page. Pretty much just me doodling random things. Here's Swirly Donut. She's a character in the thing. Snatcher, Foggy Mist, more Foggy, and her pet lobster Jeremy, who I just made up right there. And yeah, here's me writing down a daydream I had, where, yeah, I do that also. I escape reality, I guess, through daydreaming. But honestly, I love daydreaming. It's not like it's an intrusive bad thing, but it happens a ton. These are just characters I saw on the internet from the World's End Club, which I guess is like a spin-off of Danganronpa. I think it's by the same creators, but I just like their designs, so I drew them. Oh, jeez. HP, calm down. What is happening? Okay. I went on a very long rant here about how it'd be really cool if there was a video game where the main character dies, because it sucks, because I feel like a lot of the joy of playing a first-person video game or something is taken away because you know your character, like 88% of the time, will not die because they're the character you're playing as. And I really like the idea of a story changing that up so your character does die, but it still feels like a completed ending instead of like a what? I died? What kind of game is this ending? So I was just brainstorming what that would be like. Here is me. Just, Squirmel. That's a whole nother thing. But, I'm just drawing different versions of Snatcher here. Because in the roleplay me and Quincy did, we had these, kind of like ripoffs of Bill Cipher. There was Dill Knifer, Silk Rifer, and, or was it Silk Heifer? I don't remember. But, give me a moment. So yeah, there was a lot of these random villains, spin-off versions of them, trying to, like, get in on being a villain and have that reputation. They were pretty much like paparazzi if paparazzi weren't paparazzi and instead just trying to cash off of the fame Bill Cipher's getting in Equestria. So that's what they did. That's why they existed. They were just there to be more obstacles for the protagonists. So I made my own rip-off spin-offs of Snatcher's character, even though I would have never made that canon in Equestria. I would have never, because I tried that once with, I think, Phil Spifer, and but I hated his character so much, and he only showed up in Equestria like once or twice. So, here are Suncatcher, Latcher, that's a comic, a Dreamcatcher, Wind Chaser, Catcher. My golly, I can't read. Looks like he listened to Elton John music? I don't know what that comment is, but sure. Yeah. There's all the details about them. And I did that just for fun, as I said. I wouldn't have made it canon if our story continued. Here is me actually trying to continue the story of Equestria about the roleplay. Here's Bella, Bella Cipher and Pointy Nose Luna. Because there is a Pointy Nose Luna. Okay, there's a lot of different versions of Celestia, Luna, Twilight, and Cadence. And any pony, really? Because we based it all off of the toys we had. And as you know, Hasbro likes to market off of all the ponies. So they have at least 5 different versions of Twilight Sparkle because you need that money, don't you? So that's where we decided to make all these characters separate characters. There's Pointy Nose Luna, there's Luna, there's Woona, there's Nightmare Moona, so on and so forth. Like with the Twilight, there's Sparkly Winged Twilight, Short Hair Twilight, or like Bad Mane Cut Twilight, Nightmare Twilight, Twivine. It goes on and on and on. So that's just a little explanation to that. Here's Pointy Nose Luna and Bella talk. Oh gosh, it's more Snatcher. He takes over my life. Okay, here is them talking more about. Oh yeah, Luna was in a relationship with Bendy at one point, but it was so bad. I just made them like break up because it was just the worst ship you could possibly make. It was so bad. Because I kind of canoned Bendy is like mute. He doesn't talk. So I don't know what kind of relationship that would have if your partner can't even talk. I mean, some people do it. Some people sign language and stuff, and I think that's really cool, but it just doesn't work in this context. But if you're in a relationship where your partner is deaf and you're doing sign language to communicate, I respect you. I really do. Here's Snatcher being nervous in a total train wreck. What is the conversation happening in the background? Twilight, drop it now. Oh, come on! This book is pricelessly valuable. So what if it has a 38% chance of cursing me? Okay. Here is him just going over his internal conflict, because he has a lot of internal conflict in the story. Ever since him and Pink Celestia have been a thing. His PTSD is just killing him at this time in his life. So, that's what's going on here. Twilight, by the way, sparkly haired Twilight, but she just went by Twilight. I think that's the name Quincy gave her. She was normal Twilight in the Q tribe, and she's a servant to Pink Celestia. I mentioned all of this in like the animatic, or the animation, whatever you call those things. But this is just them going on a conversation here. Pink Celestia talking to herself in the background. Yeah. Twilight's pretty much like, Snatcher, grow up, just talk to her. And here's just me doing a little part of Apple Bloom, Sweetbelt, and Scootaloo, and what I headcanoned them as. So this is just about Christina Grimmie, and if you don't know, Christina Grimmie was a fantastic singer. Oh my gosh, she slayed the high notes in every song. Please check out her channel. It's under a different name now, but Christina Grimmie is still in the title of it. I fell in love with her songs, and I was devastated to learn that she was shot at a very young age and died. Yeah, but I knew about her songs ever since the cover she did of It's Only Just a Dream, but I never really knew her as a person until a year ago or something, when I looked back on that song and then realized, dang, she did a lot of different songs as well. It wasn't just that one singing thing. And so from that, I became a fan of hers, even though she's passed away. Her songs still like resonate with me, and she's just so talented. And I went back to the channel and I realized he posted another version of Just a Dream, and it was so emotional. It was incredible. Please check it out. So this is me just, I guess, giving them my words and my thoughts on the video and how much I respected them for making it. Because you can just tell it's very heartfelt, and yeah, it was like a tribute to her and the first time they ever did that song together. Because I didn't have a YouTube channel at this time, I couldn't comment all this. So I decided to just write it all down here. I pretty much say, publishing these covers of the songs that introduced so many of us to her, keeping her spirit in our minds, and continuing to spread the love for her music and others. You're doing amazing, and I'm sure she appreciates it. Although mourning her death will probably never die out, as I was still brought to tears with this reimagining. The love and respect for her will also never die. We will all continue to miss her. We will never not miss her here. But we will also forever remember her, and these wonderful videos you made contribute a ton to that. Thank you. Truly thank you for this video. I wish you the best in whatever is to come. So that's just what I said to them for, yeah. And here's just some more lighthearted stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was so much talk about death and stuff on here. But here is just me headcanoning Snatcher to like candles, because candles are cool. Here's me looking at some actual people I saw at the beach boardwalk and noting down their styles, because they got really cool styles. Me and Quincy used to go a lot to the beach boardwalk and say that Davy Jones' locker was there, because Davy Jones is from Pirates of the Caribbean and he was part of the roleplay. Because of course he is. Literally every villain in media was. Just kidding, but pretty much, honestly. So Apple Bloom is hyped to go back to Davy Jones' locker. Stacy is not having it. Nah, Stacy, it's an adventure. That's what Apple Bloom says to her. Don't worry, she's always been delusional. Oh gosh. So they're just having this back and forth thing with Apple Bloom, trying to understand why she wants to go there. And Apple Bloom, this is another idea I had when I was in school, was that she thinks all the villains have these secret ingredients to make this food item or something, and that like each holds a key ingredient for like this cookbook recipe or something, and no one gets where she's coming from because it makes no sense. But she's come up with this entire system of which villain has what ingredients and what you can make with those ingredients, and you get the picture. She's very confident in this, and Twilight thinks this makes no sense, and Snatcher just reassures her, don't stress about it. I observed her make up this nonsensical gibberish last Tuesday. You'll be fine. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is all about. And, yeah. I tried to make some Hollow Knight OCs because I do have Hollow Knight. It's a video game, by the way, if you didn't know. And I decided to make some characters based off of it because it seems like a lot of people have their original Hollow Knight characters. And so she is, she has these, like, I guess, she has these mantis claws, and she puts them on to, like, help her collect, I guess, herbs for her perfumes and stuff. And she gets them from this mantis, but this mantis doesn't like her taking these mantis claws because she doesn't want people thinking that she's killing mantises to give their claws to her. And that's the main thing that I decided on her story. And yeah, this is what she looks like. And this is her girlfriend, who is a tapestry weaver or something. Oh gosh, I don't think we're there yet. What is this other page in the middle? Here we are. So this is my guide to Napsterbook's guide to lie on the floor and feel like garbage. Or, I mean, chill on a bed or floor and drift from reality for a bit. That was an Undertale reference. And so I have these nostalgic songs that remind me of my cousin or like things I used to do with my family members. And yeah, this is pretty much like you can choose peaceful songs if you want to, like, and these are my recommendations, by the way. Peaceful songs, nostalgic songs to listen to, or sad bop songs. And these are methods on how you can daydream. Like, you could daydream you're alone in a garden, you're out walking, you're underwater, you're in the shade, you're sitting in a windy open valley, stargazing on a porch, so on and so forth. And then you just lie on the floor and you daydream, or like, yeah, think about that as you listen to the music. You can have glow-in-the-dark lanterns. You can have, I guess, these stringy lights on your ceiling. You can have like a projection that shows stars on your ceiling. Yeah, just a lot of ways you can contemplate life and be happy, sad. So here is me just drawing Snatcher and Twilights and going on another rant. I don't know what this is about unless I read it, and I'm not gonna read it. Oh gosh, I probably should have read it. So okay, I had these different ideas. You guys aren't gonna understand a thing about this, by the way, and that's okay. But I had two different ideas about the storyline and this other storyline, and here I connected the two random ideas I had and tried to make a continuation of the story me and Quincy did with these ideas. So Rarity tells Tan they can either try running a restaurant together or they could set up an art gallery. Both ideas seem neat, but they eventually decide to have an art gallery because it would be more inclusive, experimental, and new to Equestria. Mainly it came down to how neither knew how to go about running a food business anyway. So they wonder if they should open art for display, if they should make their own art, or if they should exhibit historical equestrian art. At first they try to make their own art, but Rarity is too modern and abstract and complex, and Tan's is a bit too bland and plain. That is a self-portrait. And either way, they just aren't well-known artists, so there's no reason people would be interested in them. And then they decide, let's just have people do their own commissions, and then we'll open up an art place. Because these two are trying to find out what their meaning of their life is, because they're background characters. And so they just want some meaning in their life, and that's why they're doing this. So Snatcher and Pink Celestia find out about this, and that's how Pink Celestia starts teaching Snatcher how to actually be good at drawing. So yeah, because my cousin was fantastic at painting. Here's some of the paintings she did. Actually, this might be like not paint. I think this is not charcoal. What am I saying? Well, it's something else. You art people out there probably know. Pastels, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But it could be paint. I don't know. I'm not an expert. But here's some of the art she did when she was alive. And yeah, that's just why I wanted to learn how to actually be good at painting. But that didn't happen, as you guys know. But I still can daydream about that happening. Because if you haven't catched on to it yet, I roleplayed as Snatcher. She roleplayed as Pink Celestia. I think that's pretty obvious, but... I watched this video called Antonymph, and it's a song, and it's really, really catchy. Please check it out. There's some swear words, but that's all right because it's a bop. And so I drew the Fluttershy. Yeah, I drew her over here just drinking some boba. And yeah. Me trying to draw with my left hand because I'm right-handed, right hand gang. And am I really going to dedicate this whole page to my left hand? Yes. So that's what I did. Oh, I tried to draw Discord here, and I think it turned out decent. Okay, depending on how long this video is, I'm either gonna cut it here and continue in part 2, or I'm gonna continue here.